I've spent too long chasing after what I thought I needed to feel valued, only to realize that my worth has always been within me. I'm done begging for attention. Now it's time to claim what is rightfully mine. My peace, my happiness, and my sense of purpose. No point pleading for a seat at the table. I've built my own foundation, and I no longer wait for approval or validation. It's my time to rise and take everything that I deserve. My worth is non-negotiable. For far too long, I've been seeking the love and acknowledgement I thought would complete me. But I've come to understand that I am already whole. The attention I once begged for is no longer needed. I'm focused on giving it to myself. I've been patient, I've been understanding, but now I realize I've been waiting for someone to notice me. Well, I'm done waiting. I am reclaiming my power and stepping into my truth with or without anyone's attention. There was a time when I believed I needed to beg for affection, for care, for love, but now I see that my worth isn't determined by anyone else's gaze. I will walk through life owning every moment, every step, and everything that belongs to me. I've wasted too many nights waiting for someone to choose me, to see me, but now I choose myself. My growth, my peace, my happiness, they are mine to hold, and I'll no longer beg for anyone to acknowledge that. It's exhausting to seek validation from others. I've realized I am the only one who can give myself the attention I deserve. It's time to stop chasing and start creating the life I'm meant to live. No longer will I beg for scraps of affection, for fleeting moments of attention. I've come to understand that I am whole, and the love I crave begins within me. I'm done waiting, done begging. It's time to step into my power. There was a time when I doubted myself, wondering if I was enough. But now I stand firm, knowing my worth. I don't need to beg for attention. I am worthy of it, and I'll take what is rightfully mine. I am not here to fight for someone's approval. I have my own approval, and that is all that matters now. I am done chasing. My time to shine is here, and I'm taking it with open arms. The more I begged for someone to love me, the more I lost myself. Now I've learned the importance of loving myself first. I no longer seek external validation. I've found my worth in my own reflection. I no longer have the energy to beg for the bare minimum. I'm walking away from the cycle of trying to earn someone else's attention and stepping into a space where I give myself the love and care I deserve. Every time I begged for attention, I lost a piece of who I was. Now I stand tall, unapologetically owning my worth. I no longer need to beg for what is already mine: respect, love, and recognition. There was a time when I felt incomplete without someone's approval. Now I realize that my happiness starts within me, and I'm done begging for others to see it. I am the architect of my own destiny. I've spent too much of my life waiting for people to notice me. Now I notice myself, and that is enough. I no longer beg for anyone's gaze. I've learned to see my own brilliance. It's time to stop begging for attention, for love, for acknowledgement. I know my value, and I will no longer apologize for taking what is rightfully mine. This is my time to rise and thrive. I used to believe I needed someone to see me, but now I know that seeing myself is all I truly need. I'm done begging for attention because I've finally given myself the love and respect I deserve. The world has a way of teaching us that our worth is defined by others, but I've learned that no one else gets to decide my value. I'm done begging for their attention. It's time I take what mine. Chasing someone's attention drained me, but in that process, I discovered something much more valuable: my own strength. I am done begging. I am taking control of my own story. I used to wait for someone to show up for me, but now I've learned to show up for myself. I'm done begging for attention. It's my time to take what is rightfully mine: my happiness and my peace. I was once afraid to ask for what I needed, but now I know that I deserve it. I'm done begging for crumbs when I'm worthy of the entire feast. It's time to take what belongs to me. There is power in recognizing your own worth, and I've finally realized that I don't need to beg for anyone's attention or approval. I am here, and I am enough. The day I stopped begging for attention, I started living for myself. I stopped looking outside for validation and began to recognize the strength, beauty, and potential that were always within me. I spent too long running after the wrong things, hoping they would fulfill me. But I've learned that fulfillment comes from within. I no longer beg for attention. I stand in my power and claim what is rightfully mine. There was a time when I would have begged for your attention, but now I know that I am not defined by someone else's gaze. I define myself, and I no longer need your approval to thrive. I have finally realized that the only attention I need is my own. I no longer need to beg for anyone to see me when I can see and love myself fully. I once believed I had to beg for someone to notice me, to choose me. Now I realize that my worth is not dependent on anyone else. I am enough as I am, and I claim all that is rightfully mine. No more begging, no more waiting for someone to choose me. I have chosen myself. I am reclaiming my peace, my joy, and my freedom. It's time to take what belongs to me. I've spent far too many years looking for validation in places where it didn't exist. But now I've realized that I am the only one who has the power to validate myself. I no longer beg for attention, I give it to myself. I no longer beg for a seat at the table. I've built my own, and I am ready to feast on everything life has to offer. I will take what's mine without hesitation or apology. I've stopped asking for permission to be me. I've learned to embrace every part of myself, and I no longer need others to define my worth. I am here, and I am enough. I no longer beg for attention. I am too busy building the life I deserve, one where I am in control, one where my power, my peace, and my happiness are mine to own. I was once afraid to speak up, afraid of being too much, but now I know that I am everything I need to be. I am done begging for attention. I am here, and I am taking what is mine. It's no longer about begging for anyone's approval or attention. I've spent enough time trying to prove my worth. Now, I simply live my truth unapologetically. I used to think I had to beg for love, for respect, for attention. But now I know that love and respect come from within. I've learned to love myself, and that's all I need. I've learned that seeking attention from others is a never-ending chase. Now, I focus on myself, and in doing so, I've discovered a love and power that can't be taken from me. There was a time when I would beg for a chance to be seen, but I now realize that the most important thing is seeing myself. I no longer need external validation. I've learned to validate myself. I'm done begging for the love and attention I thought I needed. I've found it within myself, and I now take pride in the fact that I am all I need to be whole. For too long, I sought validation from people who never truly saw me. Now I see myself, and that's enough. I no longer beg for attention. I stand confidently in my own light. I used to beg for someone's time and affection, but now I know that my time and my energy are valuable. I've stopped giving away my power to those who don't deserve it. I've spent too many years chasing after approval, seeking recognition from others. But now I realize that the only recognition I need is from myself. I'm done begging for attention. I'm no longer the person who begs for love and attention. I've learned that my value is not determined by others' opinions. I am powerful, worthy, and enough. The more I begged for your attention, the more I lost myself. But now I've found myself again, and I'm taking back everything that is mine. My worth is unshakable. I no longer waste my energy begging for someone's recognition. I've come to understand that I am already seen, already worthy. I am all I need. I've learned the hard way that I don't need to beg for attention or love. I am deserving of everything I've ever wanted, and I'm done waiting for anyone to give it to me. No more begging for crumbs when I deserve the whole meal. It's time to take what's mine and live a life that is filled with the love and attention I've always given to others. I've learned that the most important thing is to be my own biggest supporter. I no longer need anyone else to give me the attention or validation I deserve. I've learned to give it to myself. I was once afraid to step into my power, but now I stand firm. I am taking everything that belongs to me, and I am done begging for what was always mine. I no longer have the time or energy to beg for attention. I have learned to build a life that is full of self-love, and that is all the validation I need. There was a time when I thought I needed someone's attention to feel complete, but now I know that I am already whole, and I no longer beg for anyone to see that. I used to seek approval and validation from others, but now I realize that I am enough on my own. I no longer beg for anyone's attention. I stand in my power. I've learned that begging for attention is a futile pursuit. Now I focus on myself, and in doing so, I've created a life that is full of love, fulfillment, and joy.